What is up guys, Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today I'm going to be doing the fourth Roka, Sindel, Chios, Baro, fourth planet profile for set 3 of the Chaos Galaxy. This is passing the halfway point of showing the creatures in set 3 now, so that's really exciting. And today it's for probably what is the most powerful planet in the game at the moment, Baro. So I've got all the new cards here, which I'll show you in a second. I'll do a quick intro to the planet before then, just to familiarise you with them. If you know what the planet does already, skip through a minute or so. Before I get into this, I'm going to ask you to please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Chaos Galaxy TCG. And if you want to support the channel, then head to the link in the description below where you can get your hands on some Chaos Galaxy trading card packs. So, the planet Baro is a defensive planet. It's the second closest planet to the Sun, the largest planet in the galaxy, and the first planet to develop life. A lot of the creatures are rock-based and desert-themed, which have high health stats, but then because it's the most advanced planet, there's quite a lot of robotic creatures as well. And basically the planet revolves around holding out for ages until your opponent runs out of resource and then just kind of pouncing on them when they're weak at the end of a game. So the planet Baro reads, once per turn you can swap round the power and health of one of your Baro creatures on your planet. At the end of your opponent's turn though, they're swapped back. So that's just going with most of the cards have high health, and then you're going to change it to power at the end of a game when your opponent's weak and just kind of beat them that way. So, Planet Baro. The cards for the Planet Baro, we've got, of course, the cover card for set 1, Humongous Ancient Rockman. And the other cards in set 1, we've got Bob2699, Desert Dancer, Kronk, Aditrox, Deh, and Island Beast, the first combiner creature for the game. We also have Desert Quake, the first support card for the planet. Then in set 2 we've got Grownite, Elite Kronk, Peblo, Cataplonk, Diamond Izzard, and then Dramaticus, the limited edition card which was designed by British Gamer. We've then got Mountain Stronghold as the support card for set 2. Now moving on to the Baro starter deck, the Wastelands of Baro featuring the Boulder Dragon archetype. These guys consist of Berserk Boulder Dragon, the strongest creature for the planet, Baby Boulder Dragon, Regular Boulder Dragon, Big Boulder Dragon, and Strange Violet Boulder. And all these creatures live in the Violet Stone Valley. There's then Go Berserk, which is the support card for this archetype. Other cards from the starter deck, we've got Boople Brick, Tron, Notum of Sand, and then Humboldt. We also have Humongous Creation, which is the draw power card for the deck. Okay, so now onto the brand new cards from set 3. Starting off with one that you haven't seen, although I did a speed art video of him a while ago. It's a creature that lives in small tribes in kind of the deserty areas of the planet Baro, and it's the Ung Ung tribe. Very kind of basic creatures. They've only got 40 power and 90 health. However, they are pretty cute looking, and they have an ability that reads, when this creature on your planet is killed by an attack, you can free play one Galaxied or handed Ung Ung. So when your first Ung Ung dies, you then either go into your Galaxy or from your hand, and you get to play another one, and it just kind of stalls and lets you absorb attacks whilst you thin out your deck and get to the cards you need for the end of the game. So I think Ung Ung's a pretty good card. The next card we've got is a card you've seen. It's a rare in set 2 and it is Boominator, 5-star with 150 power and 220 health. Not the best stats for a 5-star, but his ability reads, only once you can permanently give one creature on your planet an extra 150 power. So it's just about the kind of Baro creatures like going in for that final kill at the end of the game. 150 power is a pretty big boost, and Boominator's ability actually means that he can boost himself, so that could put him on 300 power, or you could boost up something like a Humongous Ancient Rockman or Island Beast to just kind of make the damage even like more devastating. Next up we've got a pretty basic card really. We've got Red Beaked Squab. It's a 1-star with 50 power and 60 health, and he's a common, and there's not that much more to say about him. It's just a pretty basic flightless bird which runs around in like the mountainous regions of the planet. Next up though, this is a very interesting card. It's another 5-star creature, and it works with combiner cards. The card is called Combine Harvester. So this is a little kind of techie guy who cleans up the city regions of the planet Baro. He's not like that Combine Harvester, but he's got 130 power, 240 health and 5 stars. And his ability reads, you can kill this creature on your planet to free play one of your killed combiner creatures. Which is a really strong ability. At the start of the game he'll probably be quite weak, but if you saw my recent battle video, I was using a deck or galaxy that was completely based around using combiner creatures, and this creature is going to be really helpful for them. You just play him and then you've potentially got like an Island Beast with ridiculous stats back on your planet. So Combine Harvester Not necessarily the best card for the planet Baro, although Baro does have some great combiner cards, but it is going to be a really useful card for those combiner-based galaxies that I think I'll see popping up in more places now that they've got good support cards. The next card in set 3 is Tron. He's already been printed in the Wastelands of Baro starter deck, however he's just a really good generic card that doesn't necessarily have to work with the planet Baro, so I'm putting him into set 3 to give more people a chance to pull him. He's got 150 power and health, and every time his power and health are swapped, he permanently gains 50 power and health. So this obviously goes with the planet Baro. Once every turn you can give your Tron an extra 50 power and health, but then also there are other cards that have this ability too, so Tron is just a good card all round. Next up, we've got a new combiner creature, and I'm quite excited about this one. I'm not too sure whether it'll be super powerful or not in the game, but its name is Lockebeast, and it's made up of 2 parts, Lockebeast Head and Lockebeast Zones. You can see him there in all his long boy glory. But he's the first combiner creature with question mark power and question mark health, which is quite interesting, and I'll zoom on his abilities here. I'll read them one at a time like this. This creature's power becomes 50 times the number of zones on your planet at the time it's played. If you've got 3 of each zone, then that's 9 zones, which is 450 power, which is ridiculous. And then this creature's health becomes the number of zones on your opponent's planet times 50 at the time it was played. So that's kind of part of the ability that you're not in control of. The reason why I think this card is great is because it's a combiner, and if you're using a combiner-based galaxy, you're going to be using lots of zones, because obviously combiners take up 2 zones, so a lot of the time you're going to want 4 creature zones and 4 battle zones, which is immediately 400 power for this creature. His weakness is that you don't get control of the creature's health, that's down to your opponent, but overall I think it's going to be a really good card, and the power has the highest potential of any combiner in the game. Oh, also his ability excludes planet zones. But yeah, that is Lockebeast. So that's it for the creatures. Next up, I'll go on to some of the resource cards that will be supporting the planet Baro in this set. And the first one we have is Research Outpost. This is some of the most advanced technology in modern day on the planet Baro. It's a pretty kind of high-tech base that's located somewhere out in the desert. I think some creatures in the galaxy consider it to be like the Area 51 of the Chaos Galaxy, so there's a lot of top secret stuff that goes on in here. The artwork's kind of based off buildings in Tatooine in Star Wars, in case you couldn't tell, but I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Anyway, once per turn you can kill one of your handed Baro creatures to have all your zoned Baro creatures gain 100 power until the end of the turn. And it's a permanent resource, so you can do this once per turn, but if you've got an Island Beast there with 340 power, you can go, right, I'll kill this Boople brick in my hand, my Island Beast goes up to 440 power. And if you have multiple creatures, this works on both of them too, so you can potentially go in for like a devastating, like extra like 3 points a turn with this kind of attack. So Research Outpost I think will be a really good card for the planet Baro, especially like late game when you're going for that final swing. And also because it's permanent, you can kind of last you all game, which is great. So that's the support card for set 3 for the planet Baro. The next card we have is the Broken Hand Without a Name. Now if you saw my most recent battle video, you'll notice that No Name Friend, the person who I do most of my battle videos against, he broke his hand, and I've decided to dedicate a Chaos Galaxy card to it. So Broken Hand Without a Name says that your opponent chooses one of your killed creatures and adds it to your hand. So it's a generic card, not specific to the planet Baro, but if these 3 cards are killed, your opponent gets to choose one of them, which will probably be Peblo, and gets to put it back in your hand. However, if you play this at the start of the game when you've got only 1 creature killed, or something like that, and that creature's a really strong card like Humongous Ancient Rockman, then this card's going to be devastating to your opponent because they don't have any choice. You're going to be playing another Humongous Ancient Rockman in your next turn, and Broken Hand Without a Name will be a pretty broken card. So that's that support card. The next card we have is Hot Pointato. Now, we all know that points grow on trees, and this is the seed and where the point trees grow from. So Hot Pointato is a permanent resource card that's pretty complicated, so it might take a while to explain. So basically, after any resource or activator card is played, this card switches planet as long as there's an empty resource zone for it to go in. So, say it's on your planet and you play Broken Hand Without a Name. The Hot Pointato then goes to your opponent's planet. And then let's say later that turn you play a Humongous Creation. After that's been played, the hot potato comes back to your planet. And you keep on like throwing the hot potato to each other, and that's the concept behind it. There must, however, be an empty resource zone for it to go in. So if your opponent has the hot potato and you've got something like a research outpost in your only resource zone, then your opponent has to keep hold of the hot potato. There's no resource zone for it to go back to, so it just stays on your opponent's planet. And then you have to keep count of 6 turns, and after 6 turns you kill this card. So it's you play it and that's 1 turn, your opponent's turn is then 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and at the end of your opponent's 6th turn, the hot potato explodes and will give the player's planet that it's on 5 points. Which is a lot. That's a quarter of your way to winning the game. That's as strong as an attack from an Omnius the Planet Abomination. So basically, I don't know whether this card's just going to be kind of random and luck based, or if you have a lot of skill and you kind of play the hot potato at the right time and then wait for 6 turns and you'll just get 5 points straight away. But yeah, it's going to be a fun card nonetheless, and that's the reason why I made it. Not particularly to be good or competitive, but just to be a bit ridiculous and have fun. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the planet profile for the planet Baro for set 3. As Baro is sort of the strongest planet in the game at the moment, there weren't too many powerful cards in this planet profile. That's just because I'm constantly trying to like balance out every single planet, so there's nothing as powerful as like Humongous Ancient Rockman. I guess Lockebeast does have the potential to be ridiculously powerful, but there's no just kind of straight up boss monster in this set, which some of you might be disappointed by, but I think it's kind of needed to balance the game out. And there's lots of good cards that aren't really strong, like Combine Harvester and Ung, I think are definitely ones to watch in set 3. But yeah, that was the planet profile for Baro in set 3. Let me know what you think of these cards. The next planet profile, which won't be next video actually, it'll be a few videos time, but that will be for the planet Pelisium, so stay tuned for that. Apart from that, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Chaos Galaxy TCG. Get your hands on some packs of Chaos Galaxy cards. There'll be a link in the description below. And apart from that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.